Some of you may or may not know that the first conference was held 3 years ago in South Carolina, I think, or was it North Carolina? South, okay. And it was started by Marilyn Moran and Lynn Griesemer, who have both written several books. Laura has a couple of their books up here, Unassisted Homebirth and Active Love, Marilyn's book, which is a compilation of wonderful birth stories, Happy Birthdays, and Birth and the Dialogue of Love. And this conference is dedicated to the memory of Marilyn because she died 6 weeks after the first conference. And what was she, like in her 70s or something? Yeah, and this was her life's work, writing these books, doing her newsletter. She was passionate. And you think you experience rejection, Marilyn's got some real stories that she could share with you on the struggles that she had with her family and friends. But I have a couple of quotes here from Lynn and Carol and Marilyn, and I want to share them just so we can simply hear their voices at our conference. This one is from Lynn. Why have a do-it-yourself birth? A powerful physical and psychological union is formed between the couple who births a baby together. Birth transcends all rational explanation of time. At the moment of complete surrender, many couples feel a sense of eternity together. They just know they will be together forever. Past, present, and future are linked together, and the baby will be a constant reminder of the momentous event. And that's from Lynn's book, Unassisted Homebirth and Active Love, page 137. Now this quote from Marilyn from her book, Birth and the Dialogue of Love, the chapter titled, The Truth Will Make You Free. Sharing childbirth is a highly moving experience for both husband and wife. In the past, men and women were taught that birth was horrible, messy, and nothing a husband should witness. This Chicken Little fallacy is dissipating as recognition is made of the dynamic significance pregnancy and childbirth have for a man and a woman in love. And then here's another quote by Marilyn. Birth pioneers are those who make lonely, unpopular choices as they seek beauty, grace, and fulfillment in the life-giving process. They strive for improvements for themselves and future generations. Unassisted home birth lends itself perfectly to self-actualization and is the springboard for a deeper, richer life. And a great quote from the German physicist Max Planck, I hope I said that right. He said, "A new scientific truth does not triumph by convincing its opponents and making them see the light, but rather its opponents eventually die, and a new generation grows up that is familiar with it." And then here's a quote that I think sums up Marilyn Moran's legacy. "The final test of a leader is that he leaves behind in other people the convictions and the will to simply carry on." And that's what we're doing today. Even though it's 3 years after the first conference, we are carrying on. And I hope that someone, maybe someone in this room, maybe someone who will watch this video on the internet, will feel called, as I felt called, to organize the next conference, maybe just next year, and not have a 3-year space between conferences, because what we're doing today is important. Now I'd like to give a little plug for our authors. Janine and Rico have authored several wonderful books. They have a table over here of their books. Their son Quinn can help you with any books that you may be interested in. I know Laura's got quite a stash of books here, and I also have written some books. And I don't have a set price for my books. If you want to make a donation, that's great. But I basically share my story in my book and then some of my writings. So just a little plug for those of us who've taken the time to write. Our next speaker, it's my pleasure to introduce my dearest friend, Olivia Baig. And she and I were partners in crime for many years, supporting each other and trying to figure this whole thing out. And we really felt guided line upon line, precept upon precept, to where we felt like we were being given truth almost by the shovelful. Okay, here's some more. Okay, here's some more. And so Olivia would like to share a message. Do you want to put that on? Do you want me to just start in by singing, or what do you want to do? No. Okay. Your song or okay.
just go. Okay. Okay, the theme of our conference today is When Faith Endures. And living close to Jenny for about 7 years, I've been privy to hear her lovely voice. And I now live in California and I don't get to hear it. So I am excited to share with you, to hear her singing today. She's going to sing a song that I asked her to sing because I don't get to hear her sing very often. So she was a little hesitant to do it because she's the organizer of the conference. But I asked her to please do this for us. So she's going to sing for us. Yeah.